It's your boys.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Fear Day.
Happy Fear Day.
Yeah, Fear Day.
All Souls Day? No, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, silly boy. That's actually All Saints Day.
I used to get off for that in high school, which was cool.
Samesies.
We'd get fucking plastered on Halloween, and then we'd have off.
I was not getting plastered in grade school, so...
This was high school, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I guess I was off in high school, too. But I was also not getting plastered.
Also not getting plastered.
In high school.
This is the Just Andy...
Halloween Spooktacular.
Spooktacular? The Halloween Hootenanny?
Sure, but I aptly called Just Candy, actually.
Just Candy.
That's pretty solid.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
As always, I'm Andy.
And I'm Dan.
And how are we gonna start? Should we start? I'm gonna air my grievances a little early this year.
Yeah.
For Festivus. So Halloween is most closely synonymous with candy. You go trick or treating, you go get the candy, you dress up in your dumb little costumes.
Yeah, make sure you wear a costume when you ask for candy, because there's nothing I hate more now that I'm on the older side. When
just
somebody
put an effort. That's
somebody
my
puts
biggest
it
thing.
on. He's like, I bought a T-shirt.
It's like, no, fuck you. Just do something like fucking put a mask on.
Actually,
I'm fine with a mask.
When you come to my house like that, I actually just reach in your bag and I take one piece out.
You lose one piece.
Lose one piece and go back to start.
Go back one house.
Yeah. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 pieces of candy.
But Reese's Cups.
Peanut butter chocolate
flavor.
Flavor.
Some people say Reese's, which I can deal with Reese's. Reese's is fine. You know, Reese's is not in the dictionary. There's no actual pronunciation.
It's somebody's name.
They're Mr. Reese's, whatever the fuck his name was.
Could it be a girl?
Could it be a girl? Mrs. Reese's? I don't know.
Mr. and Miss. I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Cup.
Wouldn't it be? Maybe that's how they started. Chocolate and peanut butter got married.
I now pronounce you Mr. Chocolate and you Mrs. Peanut Butter.
Mrs. Chocolate? Mrs. Reese? I don't know. Anyway, you know, Reese's Pieces are a great candy. You know, you got to make everything bite-sized. But Reese's Pieces, I'm doing air quotations around that because it's fucking wrong.
He's up in arms.
You can't change the fucking pronunciation of a word that already fucking exists.
You can't pronunciate a word differently, even though you didn't even say pronunciation correctly. You said pronunciate.
Pronunciate it.
So,
well, you know what I fucking meant. You know, that's like...
he's so angry, he's slurring.
I'm drunk. That's what it is.
Halloween spirits.
There's my... Alright, so let's go with this. We'll go... A savory candy and a sweet candy. Or let's go like gummy and chocolate.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. That's my two.
You can go first.
It's my bread and butter.
Bread and butter.
Sweet as fish.
Okay.
And probably either Milky Way or Reese's Cup.
Reese's Cups? Okay.
I actually like the Fast Breaks better. Take that back. But
which ones? Are those the ones with the wafers?
There's no wafers.
Or the nougat?
It's literally just like a Reese's Cup extended into a bar form. So it's fucking delicious.
But they're like the Kit Kat looking.
They're
that
like
shape.
They're like a normal, like a Snickers.
Oh shit! Really?
That kind of shape. Yeah, they're fucking good.
So it's just peanut butter. It's like
It's literally just the same thing.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Because the other ones, I think they're called crisps.
Yeah, those are the ones with the wafer.
Yeah, no, this one doesn't have any wafers. It's literally just like a stick of chocolate and peanut. It's so fucking
good. I have to go Twizzlers.
Not bad. I can't.
A little bit better than Swedish Fish.
I would say that. Swedish Fish, unrelated, is also fucking dead of winter, basically now. Best treat is water ice flavor, if anybody has that where you are, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Rita's because I don't know what custard is. It's like ice cream with fucking eggs in it. It's like, that turns me off. But, chocolate. Either Twix or Take 5.
Okay.
You remember Take 5?
I remember Take 5.
It was like the pretzel, the peanut butter, the chocolate, the caramel. Oh,
come on.
God.
It's only 5 ingredients.
Fuck me. Was it maybe wafer?
I haven't. I've seen it before.
Peanuts? I don't know. Something dumb like that.
Mr. Goodbar. Would you say he was a good
I feel like Mr. Goodbar is an old people candy.
It is.
Look at it this way: when my grandma always used to get the 4-packs of.
Was it the Yorkshire?
No.
I don't know.
It was
they
Hershey.
strike me. I'm not commenting on the quality of the candy more so than I just associate it with older.
But
people.
it was the normal Hershey's, like the little bars, dark chocolate, Mr. Good Bar, and I want to say Crunch.
Yeah, Nestle's Crunch.
And the fucking Mr. Good Bar always goes last. But they're not that, because isn't it just peanuts?
I think they're the same. So many of the fucking candies are the same thing.
I still don't know how the candy fucking dynasty works, because I think everything's just either owned by Hershey or Mars, and that's it.
I think there's in between. Well, there's Willy Wonka.
Fuck Willy Wonka. They don't make fucking chocolate. They only make that nerds bullshit.
They make the chocolate.
I have not seen a Willy Wonka chocolate bar. I don't know how fucking
They have them
long.
at Wawa. Wawa is a place this is important because I know it's not everywhere. Basically, a better 7-Eleven.
Are 7-Elevens everywhere?
They're definitely more.
7-Eleven, but better because they sell gas and...
No, 7-Eleven, some of them have gas, I think. Yeah, some of 7-Elevens do have gas. It has a deli,
Sandwiches.
and the food's not
Shitty.
scary. One day we'll have a challenge on here, is whoever can eat a 7-Eleven pizza
and not die.
We'll film that. Whoever can hold their contents in longer.
We could do a challenge video. That'd be fun. Eat fucking cinnamon and do bullshit
I'll eat
like
the
that.
crackers. Do the cracker one instead. The fucking...
2 of my friends from home always try and do that, and neither of them can get it.
They're gonna the cinnamon one. I made a fucking mess in my kitchen one time.
Over winter break, they're fucking preparing for a day. They're gonna fucking... My one friend Casey's gonna hydrate all day and fucking try and beat it because she's tried it 3 times and I think the most she did was 4.
What do you need? 6?
6 in a minute.
This is off topic as fuck, but crackers. Now, what's your least favorite thing to get? And
on Halloween, least favorite.
When you would trick or treat, and then you're the fucking pretzel bags. Linger.
I like the pretzels.
I don't hate them, but they would always linger.
I'm gonna take shit out change.
I never
toothbrushes.
I never got change
I
toothbrushes.
got 15 cents once.
Wow. Well, I've actually gotten Wendy's gift cards before.
The toothbrushes I was fine with because my dad was a
hygiene.
dentist, so it was just all right, this is fine. I'm okay with this.
You can't disrespect the tooth.
I could have gotten something worse. I want to say fucking Laffy Taffy. I never liked Laffy Taffy. It's just too chewy, and I felt like my teeth were gonna fucking yank out.
Now that you fucking said Nerds Ribs really good. That's nothing to do with this. I might have to get one after this. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
It's actually not sponsored.
Willy Wonka.
No, he's not. I fuck Johnny Depp.
I forgot he was fucking in it. Mind you, not for that long, but I forgot he was fucking in it.
All right, worst thing. The pretzels probably are the biggest offender of shit that just lingers, though.
I like the pretzels because I would bring them to lunch with me. I would bring them as that would be my snack with my sandwich as a child.
They give you the chips too, and the chips I always thought were better. You ever get the things they always say to watch out for,
drugs?
There's a fucking giant knife in there. Don't eat that.
Don't eat that.
Don't eat that razor blade.
I saw one on fucking Twitter today. It was a box of open nerds, on top of a Panzer tank, and it was just everyone, make sure you check your candy. My children got a Panzer tank in their fucking candy bags. But no,
I've never had that happen. Not the fucking tank, obviously, but I never had any of the things where it was anything really
I would have open.
Shady. I would have open,
and I would just throw it away.
Same, but it would always because
I don't think
you're not gonna package everything 100% of the time correctly. I'm not saying don't check the stuff.
Oh yeah, 100% check the kids' fucking shit. Candy.
Yeah, because there's fucking some weird fucking people out there.
I just can't get that around. I saw this one thing. It was people are lacing their candy with drugs to give out. I'm why would you lace your drugs with candy to give out to children? Just do the drugs yourself. Why would you give out drugs?
At that point, it's hooray! What?
I would be happy with that. It's
what's the end game for some of it?
I'm gonna get all these kids high, and they're not gonna know what's going on because they're 10.
You don't even benefit from anything at the end because it's you get these kids high, and then you're not even
you can't even take.
You're not even witnessing it or anything.
Yeah.
You're gaining nothing.
You can't capitalize on it if you're that kind of sicko.
If you're a predator.
Yeah, if you're a predator, you really can't do anything with it. We are fucking.
We're really wow.
This got
favorite
dark.
Candy into favorite child.
Favorite flavor of child. Do you want to jump into movie?
Well, hold on. I wasn't.
Oh, are we not done yet? Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Well, because it was you. Every time I said that, I'm trying to think of anything else that was like fucking the ones that always would stay. I mean, the fucking Reese's Cups instantly gone.
I also hated peppermint patties, so I wouldn't eat those.
Those are the New York ones.
Yeah. Or Mounds. The coconut ones. Mounds. That was just, but that was shit I didn't like, so I was like, I really don't want to get this. But it wasn't like, fuck.
I still feel bad for the people that are so naive to think that I put this bowl out where it says take one, and then the first dickhead goes, and it's like...
I can't tell you how. Well, that's like, I've seen a couple like that, and I did walk up.
Just keep going.
It was like a bowl of Mounds and Almond Joy, and it was like, take one, and I was like, I don't want either of these. They fucking suck.
Just take the bowl, I guess.
I think one of my friends did do that once. I think he took the bowl.
That's fucked up.
It was empty.
That's fucked up.
Well, like, fucking, honestly, it's, you
It's
get
not
a
the
couple.
Spirit, it's not Mischief Night, that was yesterday.
Is that a thing here?
I know what it is. I don't know if anybody's ever done anything.
Like, around, like, because that's a big thing by where I'm from. Mischief Night is a thing.
I don't, like, remember anybody actively doing it.
Like, TPing houses or any of that bullshit?
Nah, none of this. Maybe the pumpkin thing, but where you just smash the pumpkins.
Yeah, pumpkins. My sister was talking about this. Yes, I saw she tweeted something about it, and it was like, she goes to school at the University of Kentucky.
UK.
She was like, nobody knows what Mischief Night is. Shout out to everybody in New Jersey. And I was like, is that really not a big thing anywhere else?
I mean, they usually have, like, more people, like, on the lookout, on the prowl.
Well, yeah, the cops would be out more, and there was normally like a 6 o'clock curfew, but we'd still like TP houses and, you know, throw some eggs or bullshit. Or you fuck with people's Halloween decorations. Nothing crazy.
Okay, I mean, I
just didn't know.
I don't remember anything. I know what it is, but I don't.
Some people don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Which I don't.
Leave a comment below.
If you know what Mischief Night is, what'd you do?
Ooh,
You
yeah,
kill a
did you
man?
have any fun pranks, like murdering a neighbor
I
and
killed
burying him in the
someone.
backyard?
Ooh.
Ooh, hanging up a dead body is a real prop. That's definitely probably happened before, and then...
I can't. That was a good fucking Reddit post.
Is that a real thing? Oh, I'm not even like...
Well, no, it was like, I think it was unethical life pro tips or something. It was like murder someone and hang them up as a decoration. Everybody would be like, wow, that looks so real. And then eventually the body will rot and fall.
It would smell like shit.
Yeah, they'd be like, wow, it'd just be like, oh, it's a super realistic decoration.
Oh, it's super smelly. It's super realistic.
Oh, I smell it. I
Ooh,
spray it
with the real dead body scent. This is fucking... My
It's
God,
dark.
we can't even get through a fucking favorite childhood candy. Yeah, that's... To recap.
To recap.
My favorites were Sweetest Fish and Reese's Fast Break. And sometimes Milky Way as well.
Dislike pretzels.
I don't dislike the pretzels, but like they would just link, like coming from a household with like even when I was still going out, there was like 3 of us at one time, and like even they would like the pretzels would just last, like they would last well to Thanksgiving and beyond, and they would just sit there, and then no one would pull the trigger.
I would always find one like bag of like pretzels or something. You know how like they would put the Halloween prints on all the stuff?
Yeah.
You'd always find one January, February, like stuffed in the back of a cabinet or something. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, I guess I have to eat this.
They were like they would linger. It wasn't even like they were bad. They were fine. They were like the generic pretzel that you get from the bag pretzel, not the soft pretzel.
Just fucking soft pretzel in your bag.
Just loose. That'd be good. I'd be okay. Check for razor blades.
There was one house that gave out margaritas by me. Like they had the fucking margarita machine. Not like they were alcoholic, but they gave out fucking margaritas and bullshit. Margaritas.
Yeah, right. We'll move on.
Well, since you just said Marge, let's go to TV specials. Favorite Halloween TV special?
Well, you know, you got your classics. You got your Charlie Brown.
I don't even count Great Pumpkin because Great Pumpkin is above them all. Like I think that's the top, or it should be. Personally, like that's my favorite.
I really remember
but I
that.
didn't even like include that when I was trying to think of some.
I was barely. I barely remember it. I just remember that like is he not real? Is that what it is? Or he is real?
No, the Great Pumpkin's not real. It's fucking Snoopy in the end. He like pats the pumpkin on his head.
So then you got your Treehouse of Horror. Speaking of,
Well, that's like hard to like label down because there's like what 20.
just a fuck ton.
25?
Some of them are like let's ignore like more of the. I love the one with the fucking aliens and the presidential race where it's fucking Bob Dole and someone. I can't fucking remember it.
Yeah. And then
Don't blame me. I voted. I voted for Kodos. It's a good one. If you know what I'm talking about.
I feel like that was an early one, right?
It's an earlier one, yeah. I'm trying to you got your SpongeBob one. Billy and Mandy has to. Isn't he? Don't they have the Jack Lantern guy?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
The one that I rewatched recently was the Always Sunny one. The one where they think Dee's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then they all have to figure out who did it, or like she was like, "Oh, one of you is pregnant with this kid," and they don't remember it, and then it's fucking, oh god, it's a fucking good show. That's like a newer one.
Is it? I haven't seen.
Well, that came out. I think it was season 6 or something, which like wasn't too long ago.
What other like?
Really, I mean, I liked Are You Afraid of the Dark, which was like basically a horror show.
Yeah, so was Goosebumps.
So was Goosebumps.
That one's bad with the ghost house. Or Ghost Beach, I mean, not ghost house.
The ghost house. I liked Are You Afraid of the Dark better than I liked Goosebumps.
Viewer beware, you're in for a scare. But, I mean, I don't even remember the Goosebumps. Goosebumps was like Twilight Zone for children.
That's exactly what it is. Just a bunch of anthologies. Same thing with Are You Afraid of the Dark. It was just a bunch of anthology shows. The only thing that was the same was the kids in the beginning who like tell the stories in Are You Afraid of the Dark.
Okay.
They were basically like the Rod Sterling of the show. Like he was always just like there for it. But even then, yeah, Twilight Zone. I fucking love Twilight Zone.
Yeah, and speaking of it, there's some really memorable ones. There's one where the guy's on the plane. He sees
Terror at 20,000 feet, I think.
Yeah, and then it's the he sees the monster.
The fucking goblin.
Yeah, the weird thing. And then there's the one where like all the colorful cast of characters in the like this weird blank room, and they're actually all toys in the donation bin at the end.
And what's the Kick the Cans? I like Kick the Can.
There's one with the aliens, right? Is that them where they all get angry and kill each other?
Nightmare on Maple Street or something on Maple Street?
Or something, then they come down at the end.
No, yeah, like the aliens like cut out the power and stuff, and they're watching them all fight each other because they think like the one kid fucking did it or something.
They think one of them's the alien, and then
they think
kill each other.
Yeah, they all fucking fight with each other, and that was actually cool. I remember reading that in fucking grade school. What the fuck else? What are?
I don't think like super memorable.
Oh, the Last Man on Earth when he like fucking puts out all the books and then he breaks his glasses. There was time now.
That was in there's the mannequin one too in the store.
I don't like the mannequin one.
Mannequins are creepy.
There were a couple that creeped me out. Like as a kid. No one else is a good show. Black Mirror. I don't know if you've ever seen it on Netflix.
It's a new. I know it's a newer thing.
It's basically Twilight Zone,
it's
but with the future, and it's weirdly dark. Some of them are. There's
Fuck
one.
the pig one. I've been told about this pig fucking.
Yeah, the pig
like
one. There's one where like a lady regrows her boyfriend or her husband or something. Like she can order one and like no, it's like
just buy
grows him in the fucking bathtub. There's another one. This girl and her boyfriend like kill this girl, and they stick her in like a fucking. It's basically a game show, and like all the people she meets are like not real, and they keep fucking wiping her memory. Okay. And like the people that are like, it was basically no one would talk to her. It's like you could go there and like pay for tickets, and it's like, oh hey, you get to watch this happen, but like take pictures, don't get too close because they don't know what they're gonna do. But it's like a fucking game show. It's super fucked up, dude. It's a good show though. I really like it.
I might take a peek. Might have to take a
season 4 comes out soon. I think.
Take a gander.
Take a gander. Take a gander with your old eye holes.
Yeah, the old eye hole man. And the SpongeBob Halloween ones, there's only like.
Is that where he's just the brain?
There's always just a brain. There's the new one where it's like claymation or something.
I haven't seen that.
That's like from this year. That's very, very recent. And then there's the one with the I Was a Teenage Gary, where he turns into. Does that even count as a Halloween?
Oh, when he turns into the snail.
That's technically a scary one, I guess, but.
I don't even. Yeah, like I guess Halloween episodes are hard. Like I was maybe just scared, spooky. Ooh,
and on Halloween,
spooky dooky episode.
I stood up Scooby Doo the entire show. The entire show is basically.
The entire show was.
I actually love Scooby Doo.
The original one was good.
Not talking about the original one, not the.
Even like all the '90s movies.
The one that looks like Family Guy, makes me sad.
Which one is that?
The newest one.
Oh, aren't they all like weirdly chibi or something?
They all look like Family Guy characters, like almost every single one of them. The might as well Scooby might as well just come in and be like
Brian.
Who's like, do I gotta taking a margarita or whatever the fuck he said,
Martini
around here? Might as well just be Brian Griffin. When he died, that's what happened. Brian Griffin's purgatory was fucking
Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
Your Scooby-Doo adventures or whatever it was.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I have to say, what was Zombie Island? That was like the one where
is it a movie?
Yeah, there was like a string of like Zombie Island, witches, something with the witches. Cyber Chase was probably. I loved Cyber Chase.
I had the game. Did I have the game? I definitely have it on VHS. Is ultimate throwback is that, but I like video games. Still do. So.
That was. I really liked that one. I really liked the concept of that. But there were a couple like really good Scooby-Doo animated movies in the 90s that I fucking liked. But I think there was a show that went along with that I feel like I probably watched, but
like the earlier shows are fine, and then
that's fine with the earlier ones.
There's like the one where it's like just Shaggy and Scooby,
and then Scrappy, and it was weird.
It was Scrappy, and then there's also Dumb Do or the fucking Tweedledoo.
Tweedledee? What?
It's like this stupid one. He's like gray, and it's like Scooby-Doo's like brother or cousin, and he's like gray with the little straw hat on. People now, I'm pretty sure it's Tweedledoo, if that makes any sense.
That's fine. I don't think I've ever seen that. I remember there was the one with Shaggy and Scooby go to like the monster school, and Shaggy turns into a werewolf or something. That was a movie. And it was like with the 3 like kids that were monsters.
I'm
trying.
I think I remember that.
I don't know. I think that was one of like the 90s ones too. That might have been like early 90s. But
what do you think of the movies? It's just on topic, I guess. The Scooby-Doo movies,
like the live action.
The live action.
I liked them for what they were. They were pretty good.
I think I remember the first one more.
I remember the first one a lot more than I remember the second one.
I remember the second one only has Seth Green in it.
Yeah.
Scooby Dumb, by the way.
Scooby Dumb?
I looked it up. Scooby Dumb. I remembered him.
What the fuck?
He's
That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Huh. He's like a whole fucking Scoobert Doo.
Scoobert Doo.
Has a whole fucking family.
That's his fucking name.
It's his proper name. So
Scoobert Doobert.
Scoobert Doobert Doo.
Scoobert Doobert Doo.
I don't even know why they even came up with that name.
I don't think it was. I
no,
feel like
Shaggy name him. He had to. It's Shaggy's dog, right?
It's Shaggy's dog.
Yes.
It's Scooby Doo. There was also that one where they were all kids. That was a TV show.
Oh, that's Scooby Dooby, Scooby Dooby. Pup named Scooby Doo.
Pup named Scooby Doo.
I had to sing the song. I remember.
That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, remember when the kid's name was literally Red Herring?
Yeah. And he was like the fucking. They always blamed him because they thought he was doing all the shit.
You get it?
And he was like, "No, I'm not doing it."
He-Man.
I don't know if that's what he actually says. He sounded
no, he does
like
not sound
fucking
like
Skeletor.
He does not sound like Skeletor. Spoiler, he does not sound like
yeah, Scooby Doo.
Fucking
fucking dog.
You fucking dog. I would have fucking got Grayskull.
You would have gotten away with it.
Too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Yeah. Did they ever cross over? Aren't they all the same property?
Hanna-Barbera?
No, he's not. I don't think He-Man is.
He-Man?
No, I don't think so.
I want to say, yeah.
The Flintstones crossover with the Jetsons.
That's Hanna-Barbera. I know that.
No, that happened.
That happened.
But Hanna-Barbera is also Scooby-Doo. So now I don't know if Scooby-Doo... Wow, this is like...
Deep cuts.
I don't know if Scooby-Doo ever crossed over with anybody other than Josie and the Pussycats.
No. I don't think so. Maybe like more... I don't know.
I know like...
No, Batman and Robin that one time.
Yeah, I remember.
That was
they had the blindfold on to get him into the Batcave.
In the fucking Batcave. I remember that.
The Adam West Batman?
I think it was Adam West and...
Rip Adam West.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. They didn't have an animated show though. I think they just fucking animated them in.
Yeah.
Or I guess it was Legion of Super Friends.
Yeah, I think it's that style.
Yeah, I think that... Well, that was a show. That was a cartoon show.
No, I know, but that's the style of Batman that was in the thing.
That had like Superman and shit in it.
Yeah, isn't it Aqua?
Aquaman?
Not Aqualad.
Aqua Boy.
Boy.
Aqua Boy.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, they weren't in it.
So we have movies. segue into
All right, we'll
movies?
segue into a movie since we talked about the Scooby-Doo movie.
Scooby-Doo movies.
Classic horror films you got. This is probably my favorite genre of.
How classic are we talking?
Oh, you got
Classic,
your
classic?
staples. You got your Nightmare on Elm Street. You got
Well, no.
Friday
Are we
the
talking
13th.
like classic? Like
not
the
like Frankenstein.
like the
Well, you
50s?
can talk about whatever
I
you
can
want.
talk, yeah.
But I'm talking about the ones that are like,
The-
yeah, but like I count them as like the franchise. Like, I mean, they don't really make those movies anymore.
Well, let's go. I mean, do we want to do like a top 5 no order?
I couldn't do that if you asked me. I mean, there's just some movies that are better than others. Like the original Alien, I like the idea of like one.
Well, Alien's Alien's one of my favorite horror movies
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
of all time, easily.
I like it. I can't disagree.
I'm
I like
trying
the
to-
idea of like you're trapped with the one.
You're just it's just like you're fucking in space. No one can hear you scream.
It's
That's
true.
it.
It's true.
But like Halloween movies, I like Monster Squad. That's a good one.
I don't think I know that one.
It's like all the fucking monsters.
Oh, yeah, a mash. Yeah.
It was a graveyard smash.
Oh, we'll get to that
But it's
afterwards.
A
But
Dracula, Wolfman, Mummy, Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Yeah.
Invisible Man, and they gotta it's a bunch of kids or something. They gotta fight him. That's a good movie. But like everyone's favorite Halloween movie, A Nightmare Before Christmas.
you said it would count.
I count it. I think it
Does
falls.
it count as one or the other? Because I refuse to have it on.
If people really,
when we inevitably do this again,
I
and it
won't
comes
say it for a
Christmas
Christmas
time,
movie.
and it
I
comes-
won't say it for a Christmas movie.
All right, mark this timestamp,
I-
everyone, because if this comes up again, I'm editing this fucking exact clip in, even in all this too, right in.
When people ask, I normally say it's a
this?
What's this?
What's this?
I normally say it's a Thanksgiving movie because I normally watch it in November. I used to watch it twice a year.
Why? There's Thanksgiving Town. Everybody's fat there.
Everybody's fat and loves
kind
turkeys.
It's kind of just America normally.
Yeah, it's just the modern day USA.
That's all it is. Like, there's no difference. Every day is just fucking fourth Thursday of November.
I could go for Thanksgiving every day though. Thanksgiving Land.
I wish it was Thanksgiving every day.
What fucking movie? What was that?
Well,
I wish it
that's
was
the-
Christmas every day.
That's the Odd Parents.
Yeah, that was a Christmas special.
It's Christmas again.
Groundhog Day, but Christmas.
It would suck. You would run out of shit to get.
I would just get bored with it.
That's what happens. Too bad this is Halloween.
Too bad it's Halloween.
It's not.
We can't talk about Christmas
I
yet.
don't run out of costumes if it was Halloween every day.
Yeah. I would do. Or do you wear the same costume? Is it like Groundhog Day where like
No, that was not like Groundhog Day. That was everybody was conscious that the day was not moving forward, and they would like add days to like the Christmas song.
That's fucking. I couldn't do that. I'd go nuts.
It's the 30th day. It's Halloween year. Ah, Jack Skellington, and there's Oogie Boogie.
Stop. I'm gonna listen to the fucking whole soundtrack when I run later. I love that soundtrack. It's fucking so.
All right,
Danny
your-
Elfman's a fucking magician.
Your favorite skeleton?
favorite skeleton?
Yeah. Dry Bones.
Yeah,
Skeletor. Or Jack Skellington. That's the three I could think of off the top of my head. If there's any more, I couldn't tell you.
I want to say. I want to say
or Grim
Skeletor.
from fucking.
Skeletor.
Yeah. He-Man. The fucking. Sure, I couldn't really like. It's not like I'm like. I like the movie, and I remember Before Christmas, but like. I mean, it kept Hot Topic open for additional.
It kept
10
Hot Topic open
afloat
till
me.
now.
Pretty much until they like went really super pop culture like.
Super like anime,
Rick and Morty.
fucking good. I mean, good on Hot Topic. I mean,
They survive its
I
business.
don't
strategy.
hate. I don't hate Hot Topic. They got some pretty good shirts, but they went away from the whole like music thing into the more.
It's not really goth either. It's
No,
like,
it's just pop culture.
yeah, it's literally just pop culture now. You go in there, but everybody looks.
Everybody looks very, very not pop culture. I mean, I don't know how that's a look, but
What's this? What's this? There's pink in your hair.
What's
this? What's this?
there's black everywhere. What a. So wait, what did you? What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You said Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, there's
Good
also
movie.
Halloween. There's
Halloween. Friday the 13th.
We'll play. Well, not this year. Eventually.
Eventually.
We'll stream Friday the 13th, the new game
The
and
new
the
one.
old one. To see,
Oh god, the old one's fucking.
the old one's fucking weird. I love that he's in purple. There's just something about
Well,
him.
can't you wear the old skin
You
in the
can
new
wear
game?
the purple skin,
Which
with
is
the
fucking cool.
It's pretty funny. It's a nice nod to like the
old one.
bullshittiness of.
But if like other spooky movies,
There's
like
also
old
Halloween.
ones, Halloween.
Would you say? So I watched The Exorcist recently, and not recently in terms of like within a year or two.
Yeah.
And like, I could see why it would be creepy.
It scared me as a kid. It creeps me out now. I still
Doesn't
don't
even
like
it
it.
doesn't even bother me. We watched it and I was like, like. I guess with the times, it like that stuff that's in there is like really tame from like some of the shit that it's just like in a game now. Like
there's other shit that's like a lot gorier or a lot like I watched Hellraiser 2 weeks ago and that's fucking. I forgot how fucking bloody that movie was and fucking weird.
Your mother.
And then you could go to, like, say, It this year. They fucking showed Georgie's arm getting eaten off.
Yeah, like
that was a lot.
That shit would never have flown. I was talking about that movie again, which gives a shit.
I don't want to talk about it again.
No, we're not going to go any further than that. But check out the other one.
That will be up. But this was apparently a super, like, one of the best years for horror in a long time with Get Out and It, like, both grossing stupid movies.
That counted as a horror.
That was a horror movie.
Guess. I
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I saw it.
I've heard mixed things.
I heard it was good. I mean, I heard it was one of the.
I always wanted to see Happy Death Day, despite it looking like.
I like the concept of it.
The idea seemed. I'm not gonna spoil it because I was able to figure out who is the behind all of it from the trailer, which is awful. But I can't believe I knew it. But the I won't say any more than that. I haven't seen the movie.
You need to tell me after this because I'm like, save me the fucking 2 hours.
I might have to watch it still. I think the baby mask is so stupid.
It's weird looking. It's not even.
Speaking of great mask, great horror movie. Because you said mask, reminded me. Hush on Netflix, masterpiece.
Is that the one where the girl's deaf?
Yeah, it was a masterpiece. I actually really like that movie. The mask was creepy as shit. I was only great with the movies that he took the mask off too soon. And then once you see it's just like a guy, it's like he's just a guy.
There's a couple good ones on Netflix.
The Babadook.
No, fuck the Babadook. I didn't like that movie.
And once I realized it was
the first half of the movie was really good, and the second half was like, oh, I guess this is all just symbolism.
It was all. Once I realized it was symbolism, I'm like, it's a good message, I guess, but like, it's a good message. Not even. I will take the I guess away, but like. And at the end, when I realized it was metaphor, like, oh, nothing.
Also, the roar was from one of the Godzilla, like, monsters. It was something from Toho, and, like, when I got that, I was like, oh.
It's an Andy from Andy. What do you expect, Andrew?
I was like, wow, this is a fucking... They just ripped this shit.
But who's your favorite slasher? Child? Pedophile? Freddy Krueger?
Like,
Jason's mom? Or... Jason's mom's the killer in the first one.
Yeah.
Or Jason himself. Why does he become magical? I don't even remember.
Can I say Jason X when he?
I love when he smacked. I did a report in AP Physics in high school on why you couldn't smash someone's face by freezing them, and I got 100.
Well, that was like I watched a clip of that. I think like a couple days ago where
the movie's horrendous.
They kill him, and then he fucking all like the nanobots go, and he fucking turns into like Super Jason.
Uber Jason.
But slasher. Oh.
I like Jason's really iconic. So was Freddy Krueger, but like I feel like a lot of those things have been, even like Mike Myers to a degree.
I like Michael Myers.
I like think they've all.
Or like Leatherface. Does Leatherface count as a slasher?
Yeah, he does count in that. I forgot about him, but yeah, he would fall in that.
I'm trying to think who else is like.
No, but like I think a lot of them have been mismanaged with reboots, like trying to like update it, and it hasn't gone well.
Well, apparently they're making another Halloween movie.
I heard that.
With I think Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes,
is in it.
Are they doing what's her face again?
Friday the 13th. I think that fell through. I think that got.
I think like they could exist now, but the last one I remember, like, is Freddy vs. Jason the last one for both?
No. Yeah, no, I feel like there was a Friday. You might be right. I'm not sure. I feel like there was a Friday the 13th between then and now.
I like the idea of like Freddy Krueger's scarier to me, like in a lore based sense only, because like you can't sleep and eventually like
You're gonna sleep.
you're gonna have to sleep, but the script that never came to fruition from Peter Jackson for Nightmare on Elm Street's pretty solid read.
I'll have to look that. I don't think I've
It's
ever
pretty
seen
interesting. It's like Freddy Krueger's like washed up and like no one's scared of him anymore, so they all go in to fuck with him basically, and then like he actually kills somebody again, and then he like starts to get his power back because people are starting to be afraid of him again. And it's like kind of like a redemption.
That's pretty cool. I feel like that's a
They
good way to like
They didn't use that though. They used whatever the other one was instead.
jumpstart a franchise. But I know, yeah, Halloween's coming back, and I think they're ignoring the last one. What, H2O?
Is that the one with? There's the one with.
I think Jamie Lee
Rob
Curtis.
Zombie one, isn't there? That's
I don't
just a
think that was
remake.
the Rob Zombie one.
H2O. I don't think it's the Rob Zombie.
No, I do. Yeah, there was the Rob.
There
Zombie
is a
one.
Rob Zombie.
Michael Myers scared me because like you don't know what the fuck he can do. That's my biggest thing. I still don't know what the fuck Michael Myers can do. He can
Is he
fucking
just a guy?
teleport.
So could Jason, but then he wasn't just a guy. The first one is just his mom. Like it's just his mom, and then it turned into like this whole thing.
Let's put him in fucking space.
Well, I don't know, but the space is well beyond. There's also the one where he goes to hell.
Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, there's also the one. Doesn't he take Manhattan, or is that the Muppets?
I think that's the Muppets.
No, there's definitely one where he's in Manhattan too.
No, that's Leprechaun. Is that Leprechaun?
No, that's Leprechaun 2. Back to the Hood.
I think that's Leprechaun 4.
Leprechaun 4 to the Hood.
Because then he was in space in 1 too, I think.
Stop it.
Jason Takes Manhattan. You might be right.
Yep, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh my fucking god.
Yep, Part 8.
Part 8. That was the other thing. They fucking just like, they were just such cash grabs. Like the first couple were really good.
I like 4 a lot. Is that the final chapter? And then you realize that
Or if we also talk slashers, Chucky's pretty good. I don't know if Chucky counts. I don't know what like a general slasher.
I don't know what the slashers count as, but like the horror, like there's the modern ones and there's the classic ones. Classic ones, you got your like Frankenstein's monster, you got Wolfman.
I'd say Bride of Frankenstein's probably my favorite out of those old movies.
There's also there's Adam Sandler in Transylvania, Dracula. Well, it's all those guys, Mummy.
Yeah, Mummy. And then there was like the Hammer films, which rebooted those pretty well. Like I like those. That was I think the 60s. Like those were all in color and it was still fucking cool and they were like decent. And then they're fucking Universal's trying to do it now and that's fucking I'm pissed about that. I was excited for it. Like when they were like, oh, the Mummy's gonna start this dark universe thing.
Oh, like the Mummy that like bombed? Like,
yeah, the Tom Cruise one.
Jesus Christ.
That was gonna start like Frankenstein, Van Helsing, Dracula. Like I don't know if the Dracula movie that came out a couple of years ago was part of it also, but I was excited for it. I love all those movies. And like especially like Wolfman versus Dracula, Dracula versus Frankenstein. Abbott and Costello meet the Wolfman. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
It's back to the movies where they fall special.
Yeah, no, that was like actually they had like Bela Lugosi was in it, Lon Chaney. Oh fuck, what's his name? Oh my god.
Oh come on, dude.
Stop. Oh fucking kill me. Wait, what's fucking Frankenstein? Boris Karloff.
Oh.
I don't know if he's in it, but
It's fucking annoying because I was just playing Castlevania and all of the credit scroll names in the first Castlevania game are all just name puns. So it's like Boris Karloff, Christopher B, Belo Lugosi or something. Like they're all like
Bela Lugosi.
They're not close at all. The one's just Green Stranger, and I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like some of them you like
from the Black Lagoon, maybe.
They're all real actors except for
Green Stranger.
Except for it's like Mick Shreks.
Mick Shrek.
Green Strangers. But it's but so like when you say stuff, I was gonna start naming the fake names. See
The fake ones. Well, it's also so we talked about the polar opposites. Let's go to the top one from the 2000s on.
Oh, the best.
2000 to now.
See, I think horror is like one that is really weak, at least now. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like everyone posts something sucks.
There's a couple good ones.
There's good ones like it. Well, back to that, I like that one.
I like the first Paranormal Activity. I saw that in the theaters. I saw that in the theaters, and that
Conjuring.
scared me. Conjuring was a good one.
Conjuring's better. I hate the Annabelle.
Second Conjuring was pretty good too.
Is the Annabelle like
liked it.
jump scary
No,
bullshit?
not Annabelle. Conjuring 2. When they
No,
do the
I know
Annabelle.
what you're
Oh,
talking
okay,
about. Yeah. No, I'm saying like those movies are just there's jump scare.
I don't know how the new Annabelle was because it wasn't like the first one with the fucking family because that was a dumb fucking movie. But there was like another Annabelle movie.
I like
that
The
just came out.
Visit, even though it wasn't scary at all.
Was that the fucking one with the grandparents?
Yeah, but it had my favorite twist where it's like that same bullshit that I always say. The fucking and it's not even the grandparent.
Whoa.
I have to stop. I've been doing all that.
What's
And on Halloween, no less.
What was Record? I think that was like the Spanish quarantine movie,
Yeah.
something like that. They like remade it in English.
With Paranormal Activity, I remember I rented the first one from Redbox, and I watched. I was like, maybe I'm missing it. I missed something because it's like I didn't get the theater experience. Maybe that's what I'm missing. So I saw the second one. I was like, no, it wasn't the theater I was missing. It's the content. Or like I didn't like the movie at all. I can't believe there's like 6 of them.
The best was in the second one. I was in the theater with my dad. And, it was a pretty full theater. It was like second or third
Someone
weekend.
just scream.
In the second, when like the Katie goes to the house at the end of the second one, and the dad's sitting on the couch and turns around, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Katie," and she just snaps his neck. I just started cracking up, like just super. Everybody was like, "Shut up, because that's like the last fucking 5 minutes of the movie. I was fucking dying laughing. It was the funniest fucking thing.
Doesn't he come and steal the kid? Is that the point?
Yeah, she takes the kid.
There's like way more of them than I ever.
And then the third one goes back to them when they were little kids. Katie and the other sister go back, and then you figure out like, oh, someone made some sort of fucking promise to to give up the firstborn son, who was this kid. And then the fourth one.
The fourth one's like the ghost dimension, and it like looks.
No, I think that was the fifth, because the fourth one I think has the kid. The kid grows up and gets adopted, and then they come back for the kid.
Holy fuck, there's 5.
And then there's the ghost dimension. I think there might be 6.
Holy fuck. Well, we're gonna expect this video very soon. We're gonna watch all 6 of these movies.
No.
All 6 of these. I need a detailed review of the entire series, maybe for next year.
Next Halloween?
Next Halloween.
I'd be down to do it. Also, I like VHS. That's a pretty newish one. We watched those a couple times.
I watched Amber Alert. I mean, well, no, we didn't watch Amber Alert. I watched Amber Alert, and that was kind of like, it pissed me off because like they just would not stop like chasing this. Like, sure, they were doing the right thing, I guess. Not really. They were kind of teetering on vigilantism.
Yeah.
But then they both got killed for it. I mean, that's a huge spoiler, but
There was one I watched pretty recently. It was like a bunch of people were like trapped in a hospital by some cultists.
real quick, It Follows. It fucking sucks. It's a terrible movie. It is fucking horrendous. I've never wanted my fucking time back more, and believe me, I've watched like Plane 9 from Outer Space and fucking there's so many bad movies I've seen. Like, I wanted the fucking food fight. There's nothing I wanted more. Like, that movie sucks. The plot sucks. The idea sucks. Bye Bye Man sucks too. Bye Bye Man sucks because he doesn't make sense. In and of himself does not make sense. His own lore makes 0 sense. He can only exist if someone knows who he is via their thoughts or saying his name.
So if no one comes up with them, then there's no fucking Bye-Bye Man.
Exactly. So, but he's chasing and hunting down and killing the fucking people that know him. So he's fucking killing himself at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the point is to have the person spread it, I guess. But if he's hunting down and fucking killing the people,
you don't know if they're spreading it.
Exactly. He himself is a contradiction.
It might dead end, and then he's just what?
That's what happens the first time when they
person?
find it. Somebody wrote it down in a drawer, and it was like painted over, and then like the paint chips, and then they figure it out, and then he comes back. But then at the end, like, to the end again. No one knows who it is.
Nobody knows who it is.
Don't think it. Don't say it. The movie's horrendous. I actually saw it in theaters.
What was the one with the movies? The home movies?
Oh, the first one's good. I never saw the second one. Fucking, oh my god.
The dude's name was
fucking Sinister.
Sinister. I liked Sinister.
The first one was. I never saw the second one.
Second one, I think I started watching it, but the stream was real shitty, so I didn't finish it.
Whoa. You streaming it from Netflix?
From Netflix.
Via
Netflix.
Shit.
Oh, there's nothing illegal going on here.
Ow. I mean,
I don't know what other. Do we have to mention like The Shining and stuff? Because like I feel like
I mean, that's like
I like it,
it's
but
redundant. At this
it's
point.
yeah. It's like don't even. Yeah, it's up there. We know it's up there.
Thanks. Oh, we did this last time too, and then I started. We ended that one because it got no Jack Nicholson.
Which what?
I was sitting there, I was just like, "This better be pretty
yeah,
report."
I remember. Yeah, that was the end of it. Start doing the Jack Nicholson
Listen, shit. So we're not gonna go there again.
All right, favorite cheesy scary movie.
What is that like?
Cheesy,
like Scary Movie, the movie Scary Movie?
No, like fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
There's also I like that movie. That's funny in a weird way. There's also Saw, I guess, was worth a mention.
The first couple were okay.
No, there's like a fuck ton, and we're not talking about like the one that just came out.
No,
like,
I don't. Because they said it was like Saw, the final chapter, but nope, Jigsaw,
Saw
the quest
3D.
for more money.
Saw 3D.
My dad watched all of them in like fucking 2 days. I forget, he was like got surgery on his shoulder. I left one morning for school. He was on 1. I came back. He was on 5. And I was like, "What the fuck have you been doing all day?" He's like, "I was watching Saw." I'm like, "How the fuck are you getting all these?"
Yeah, I saw Saw. What about it?
He's like, "I'm renting them on demand." And I'm like, "What the fuck, Dad? These are like $3 each."
You just pay $50 to watch some Saw. Yeah, I saw Saw. What about it?
Like, I like the first one. I mean, I don't like gory shit like that. That's actually some of the movies that kind of scare me because that can actually happen.
Human Centipede.
I could see, like, I saw Human Centipedes. I like the idea of it. It got ridiculous by the third one.
It started turning into like a Sharknado where it's like over the top. Like,
yeah, it's like, let's fucking put a whole prison together. Ass to mouth.
Ass to mouth.
That was the fucking South Park episode, right?
I know. Yeah, that actually is the South Park.
That's a good one. I like that. Do you want me to eat the cuttlefish or the vanilla bean? No fish! Okay, the cuttlefish.
Why won't it read?
No, the Human Sentai Pad.
It was the Human Sentai Pad, but it was the one with the fucking thing. It was like, it's like, I think I went past to mouth. It was the fish. It was Lemmy Winks.
Yeah, that's what
This
it was.
is the ballad of Lemmy Winks. With the
Shove them up, Mr. Gresham shoved them up Mr.
Slave's
Slave's ass.
Jesus Christ.
I wonder how that game's gonna be, the new one.
It's out. This is Jared from Subway Boss and some good stuff. Some quality jokes.
I just
there.
like how however the game difficulty doesn't get harder if you make your character
it's even harder if you
black, but it's just like everybody, like all the NPCs are less nice to you, which I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. But people are like, this isn't right. I'm like, but this is how the world works.
It really sadly.
But also, the Morgan Freeman boss is apparently...
Is there a Morgan? I just saw that.
Impossible to beat.
I don't even remember Morgan Freeman being in. Oh, he was. They brought him in for like a second.
He was in something, yeah.
All right.
But yeah, wait, cheesy horror movie. Like Mars Attacks, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Is Mars Attacks the one with, it's like in the same vein as like Airplane, exclamation point?
No, it's the fucking...
Is that guy in it?
No, he might be, but it's like the little aliens with the
it's like really weird.
On
it's a really
and they got like
bizarre,
the weird brains. Yeah, they're fucking. It's a weird.
It's a bizarre CGI. It's like the early days.
I think they're fucking puppets. I want to say they're like animatronic.
Yeah,
they're like it's a cheesy 80s.
I like
Mars
Killer
Attacks.
Clowns.
I like Killer Clowns too.
It's kind of like those stupid gags. Like
that's all it is. It's like stupid like clown.
It's
gags.
literally just clown bullshit gags. But it would be fucking weird to be an alien race that you know nothing but clowning around. And then
yeah, that's all it was. And if we have to say like other like more funny horror movies, Evil Dead 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. But that's like a fucking I'd find that funny.
It's supposed there's ones where it's just supposed to be like it's like Shaun of the Dead where it's like so over the top.
It's like scary, but it's
like it's scary because like there's zombies in it, but like World War Z sucks. But there's zombies in it, and then
that was a remake that I did not like. The Evil Dead one that came out a couple of years ago.
You like the show?
The first season of the show was really good. I love Ash vs. Evil Dead, but it's like on season 4 right now, and I don't have showtimes. so I can't watch it.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
Does The Mask count as anything? That's a comic book movie, right?
That's a.
It's not a horror movie.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not a horror movie. But
You put masks on for Halloween. I like that movie. It's not to do anything.
nothing to do. What about Son of the Mask? Just kidding. I pretend
Son of Mask.
Son of Mask.
Jesus fuck.
I pretend that movie doesn't exist. You know the movie's not going to be good when the star from the first one doesn't come back. Jim Carrey didn't come back for the second one.
Wasn't he the CG baby?
They just CG'd fucking.
Holy fucking
Oh yeah, I
shit.
forgot that baby
The
was
baby
entirely CGI.
The baby was entirely CGI because the baby was the mask. And then the dog would put the mask on and then...
The dad put the mask on for a little bit, I think.
Who's the fucking dad?
It's some random fucker.
No, it's not a random fucker.
It's not Jim Carrey.
Well, believe me.
Oh
it's
wait,
not.
you're the actor?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I like to not think about that movie as a fucking real movie.
I like to think it's like I pretend it doesn't exist. Jamie Kennedy.
Who the fuck is Jamie Kennedy? What's he look like?
He's the dad, and he's. You might remember him from such great things as Scream,
Oh, this guy.
Ghost Whisperer, Scream 2,
Scream 3?
3.
Scream's a good movie. What's the Scream slasher's name? Scream?
Scream.
I guess.
His name is Scream.
He's a good slasher. I like the Scream movies. Apparently the TV show on fucking
I heard that was good.
MTV's pretty good. That's what they should do. Because apparently there's an Exorcist show on Fox that my dad watches, and he said it's super good.
Is it like based off the?
I think it's the girl.
No,
girl
is
when
it
she's
is it off the? Is it like the movie?
The Exorcist show.
It has to do with the movie.
It's the
right?
girl when
Okay,
she's,
no.
I think, older. I want to say. I forget her fucking name.
The priest kills himself at the end.
I remember. Yeah, I watched like the last couple minutes of it. And he fucking throws himself out, and I was
he
like,
kills himself with the devil inside of him.
"Is that what he? Is that? Yeah, I guess that is what happened."
Yeah, so it doesn't move around anymore,
I forgot how fucking bad that fall was.
and he's dead.
Yeah, because he jumps out the window and then he fucking hits the stairs and flies down all the stairs.
Your mother sucks cocks in her.
Throws
Head
up all.
spins around.
That's what I didn't like the spider walk.
Whatever.
That was, like I said, that scared me as a kid. I still like that's one of the few ones that scared me as a child,
As a wee lad.
a wee lad. Also, Mars Attacks scared the shit out of me as a kid.
When
Because
you're a kid, you're fucking
they're
stupid.
just creepy looking.
When you're a kid, you're fucking stupid, and all the nonsense scares you. Like fucking Stuart Little used to scare me as a kid. That weird fucking mouse. It was like he looked fucking bizarre, and then he would talk.
It's like, ugh,
Ugh.
talking mouse.
Dang it. It's so like. I literally love the fucking story that there was kids that were not adopted for that mouse. I literally love that idea of like just when you think your day's bad, think about that children were picked over for this
Pick over fucking
suit,
walking,
fucking
talking
sweater.
mouse.
Michael J. Fox in mouse form.
Oh shit, that was Michael J. Fox. Fuck.
Damn.
I haven't seen that movie in,
The first one?
Fucking
I've seen
years.
the second one way more than the first one.
because then he gets the girlfriend in the second one, the bird girlfriend.
Remember cat? This is a fucking rabbit hole because is it the same cat in Cats versus Dogs?
Yeah, it's totally the same fucking cat. It's that weird fucking
Snowball.
snowball. Cats vs. Dog was a weird movie too.
The Nick movie. God, we're so far. Nickelodeon logo's orange. Pumpkins are orange. I tied it together.
And we're back.
And we're back
To
on
Halloween.
track. But the silly Halloween movies. I mean, like you covered like.
I can't think of any more, which is my only thing. I know that I guess Toxic Avenger. That's like a horror movie. I think that was a weird one.
Used to clean up crime.
I guess Leprechaun, when you really think about
The
it.
later ones, especially when you acknowledge like the absurdity, is when it turns like
Which they were still good though. That's why they were like funny. It's like I still liked them because they were fucking just over the top.
it's just
stupid.
nonsensical. Yeah.
But
Isn't there like 5 Chucky movies, like Bride of Chucky stuff?
there's apparently a new one coming out.
There's
that looks pretty good.
Yeah, there's a new one.
I don't know I don't know if they're like rebooting Chucky or something, or
Probably.
which I'm fine with. I mean, honestly, I'm all for like reboots of some of like these characters, but just don't fuck it up.
I remember when I watched the Slender Man movie,
Which one was that?
and it had nothing to do. It was like you wanted to be abducted by Slender Man. He was good technically because it was like an organization that would like steal kids in abusive homes.
Was this the documentary or was this like an actual movie?
It was a fucking real movie.
Oh,
Jessica
hell.
Biel was in it.
I remember I watched
I watched it, but then I was like, wait a minute, this is like
not real.
not that it's not real. It was Slender. It was like but it had nothing to do with anything. Like the idea, I guess, is that like I don't even find him the game's not that scary. Like none of that shit's that scary. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like at that point you could do the movie off of it. Like even that one YouTube show for a while was like interesting, even though it's like
What was that?
oh, it's Marble Hornets.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but like I feel like a studio could do. I mean, they're out of ideas already. You might as well just take some of these things and.
They made HBO did a documentary on those two girls that like stabbed their friend to try and fucking win like verification from Slenderman to go like live in Slender Castle or some bullshit. It was super fucking interesting. It was pretty good.
Why do you get to a point where you're so insane that you think a fucking internet creepypasta?
Yeah, that was the craziest part. The one girl was like, I think she was actually psychotic. Like they.
Well, I hope because
Spoiler alert, she's fucking psychotic.
Well, yeah, I think we didn't need the spoiler when you even the headline alone.
Oh, I forgot even the biggest fucking. There's Go Surreal. Sir No Face. This fucking movie I saw.
I can't find it anywhere.
It's not. I think he's still doing the tour, so I don't think the shit's online. But I swear to God, if anybody finds this Sir No Face video, go surreal. Go fucking real.
I want to see the video. I won't comment.
It's once the video's fucking out, but
I feel like ghosts are the most plausible of all of the
supernatural bullshit.
One besides aliens, not aliens like, oh my god, a gray alien. Like not like that. If anything, it seems like a microbe or a fucking.
I think aliens have to be.
It makes more sense if you have a gigantic, infinite universe to have. Why would like
it would be
literally? Why would only
it would be
humans
scarier
exist?
if we were the only ones.
Yeah, if we were truly alone,
that would be worse. I think.
I don't expect it to be a gray alien. X-Files.
Yeah.
I like that show, but that
good
all the way back to the show part. But the it's giving microbes, not.
Didn't they already find like that shit on Mars or something?
I don't know. Maybe sometimes
like
I don't know. Half of it's the Onion. Regular news looks like the Onion these days.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah, you're right. Which is the saddest part.
So.
There's
folks.
Yeah, but I gotta say this fucking. They did the analysis and stuff. This is a goddamn ghost.
I watched the trailer. That was like a huge pause. I thought you were gonna say something else.
And the government won't even fucking acknowledge it, which so there's these fucking ghost hunters. There's this island, Cockatoo Island in Australia, and like the government wanted to do like the Australian government wanted to do ghost tours, so they brought in this paranormal team, and then they saw this shit, and then the government isn't denying that it happened. They're just not commenting on it, and they shut the whole fucking island down with any of this bullshit, and like locked all the buildings and stuff, and like you can't go there for ghost anything anymore. But they're not. Oh Jesus! What? They're not denying that it didn't happen.
We have a ghost in studio.
There's a ghost in studio. No. This house is probably fucking haunted.
The box ghost. Beware, beware. That fucking show.
Danny Phantom was good. I love Danny Phantom.
He's a fan.
And that the one movie where he fucking
I hate the ending.
He cheats on a test and then becomes evil Danny and he has to fight.
Vlad. He looks like Vlad, doesn't he?
Well, doesn't he absorbs his ghost part because he ripped like.
Fan.
He goes to Vlad to get him split to be back into a human. Then he takes Vlad and then he eats himself. Then he's super evil Danny. I think. I like the movie.
Butch Hartman, if you're listening, correct us if we're wrong.
Butch Hartman, I'm sorry.
Butch Hartman, I'm so sorry for your later seasons of Fairly Odd Parents.
I mean...
That's the true horror story that
After the whole poof... No, actually, I'm going to cut...
The dog in the end.
I'm going to cut it off after the dog. After the dog got... the shit with Poof was alright. Some of it was pretty
whatever.
Good.
Fun fact, I still love that the voice of Poof was Randy Jackson. And you think,
oh yeah, wait, that one time he
talked. Dog, Timmy dog, Timmy dog. Nickelodeon has fascinated with Randy Jackson. Between that and I got the brand new Randy Jackson cologne. Smells tight, dog. They have a Halloween special to tie this back together. Remember the Nickelodeon?
Remember the Nickelodeon special
So,
that we're not going to talk about?
Yeah, look that one up.
Not us.
No way, not
We
never.
can't say that. That's
No.
bad words. Poopy words.
Yeah.
But
No Christian boy.
no, there's
wholesome man would say.
a good Christian in the spirit of Halloween. You
Yeah.
say no bad words.
Yes.
No poo poo words.
No dark spirits here.
But yeah.
I think we'll end it with horror game.
Horror games. That's a good. Okay.
Because I think we covered you got
Everything else.
You got your candy, the Halloween staple.
Halloween.
You got your movies get you in the spirit.
Specials.
You got your TV specials also get you in the spirit, and then you got some playing time in your leisure. What would you play? What horror games did you play?
Say Amnesia or Outlast. I
Okay.
like those. Or PT. PT was cool.
PT was neat
I'm
at the time.
sad that
Not the flood of clones that
that it never came to fruition as a full game. But yeah, Slender. Slender's a good one. I liked Slender when it came out.
Oh, I mean back then it was a craze, but you got Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
The older one or two.
The new one's pretty good, right?
Which one's the new one?
I think the one.
You're thinking Resident Evil.
No, I don't think so. I think it's Silent Hill.
The newest Silent Hill games
What's the one where you're in the house?
that's Resident Evil.
Is it Resident Evil?
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, then that's
Resident Evil 7 is pretty good. It was scary.
That looked ridiculous. Yeah, that looked pretty scary.
I played it in VR. It was neat.
It was fucking ridiculous because you can't fucking kill anything.
Keep in mind, all these games may appear later.
They'll probably get played.
Appear on stream. We're still working out
Still working out
the scheduling kinks, but yeah, you got Silent Hill, you got Resident Evil, you got I like Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion's a good one.
Very barely, it's not really scary at all.
But that's it's in the vein of a.
It's a
scary
Halloween-esque game.
Spooky boy game.
Geist was one that I don't think many people knew. I like that game. You were a ghost and you'd possess objects or people. It was kind of a shooter. It was on GameCube. It was only on GameCube.
That's pretty
It's an interesting idea. I don't think it sold well, but
clearly.
I've heard Eternal Darkness.
Eternal
on
Darkness.
GameCube's
Yeah.
good. I have it. I need to play it still.
What the fuck else?
I think the big classic ones that are linger around.
House of Dead.
Yeah, it's House of Dead. Typing of the Dead. Typing of the Dead's the same
yeah.
umbrella.
Left 4 Dead. I like those.
There's Left 4 Dead. There's Condemned was good. Condemned Criminal Origins on 360. The first one. I don't remember beat the second. The first one was really good back then, and
Dead Space.
Yeah, Dead Space. Before it got usually the symptom becomes you start off survival horror-y,
and then it gets to
and then
fucking
you slowly
FPS.
get to action oriented with
you go from
elements,
Alien,
horror element, Alien Isolation.
Good game.
Good one.
But you go from Alien, where's horror movie, Aliens was a fucking
but that's
action movie, and then Aliens 3 was a fucking action movie.
Yeah, that's what happens. But the Evil Within, it's pretty good. The second one's probably a lot better, but I like the first one still. It's an interesting idea. I'm trying to think of other
I can't think of any big.
I don't know if Doom counts.
Doom, I guess. Wolfenstein.
I love Doom. Wolfenstein's not really.
I don't know. Killing Nazis. Nazis are pretty scary.
They are, but I don't know if they're Halloween scary. I don't know if that's oh, I gotta go outside and decorate my house with Nazi symbolism.
I don't think you. Yeah, you could. You wouldn't get any trick or treaters.
It has nothing to do with Halloween.
Yeah, you would. You'd probably still get a lot of people coming up and knocking on your door
Not
to
the
take
kind
it
of
down.
people you'd want.
Yeah, no. I don't even know where to go from.
Oh, you got your classic Halloween characters: Dracula,
Wolfman,
Nazis,
Hitler. You see me? I saw something on Twitter today that he the CIA documents that he never died. He moved to fucking Central America.
I doubt it.
I don't even care at this
I
point.
doubt it.
He'd be 130 at this
He'd be
point.
dead by now.
Yeah, I would hope he'd be dead.
No, he did it.
He'd fucking Walt Disney it.
He did it. He figured it out.
He Walt Disney himself and freeze it.
He obviously killed himself in a fucking
cyanide boy
with an asp.
An aspie.
That's on him. That's Cleopatra, right?
Yeah. That was the snake, right?
Yeah, it's Asp is a snake.
Fuck that. I would not let myself
What
get
is
bit by
going
a snake.
on in this episode right now?
Oh my god, we're all over the place.
There's no fucking coherency.
It's all Halloween.
I
Snakes
guess.
are pretty scary.
Ooh,
Ooh,
spooky
snake.
Sea monster.
Ooh.
Is Nessie real, Andy?
I could talk about an episode of all that. Like
Oh, like
cryptozoological bullshit.
I think Bigfoot's not real. Yeti more probable, but because it's like you can't really scope the area as well. Like not that it's more probable, like it's 100% real, but it's like more plausible than the zero.
What about the swamp man? Or the swamp monkey?
What about Jersey Devil?
Jersey Devil. I don't know about
What
Jersey
about the
Devil.
Chupacabra?
I don't even want. That's the thing. I don't want to go look for the Jersey Devil because the fucking Pine Barrens scare me. Period. Because there are some fucking weird people in there. There's some fucking
Yeah, I saw
crazy people.
Yeah, I saw the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, I saw the Jersey. Yeah, it's like literally Southerners in
It's
the
my
middle
mom.
of fucking Jersey. It's weird.
It's my dad.
Oh shit! What?
My dad's a Jersey Devil.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's me. You found me.
You ever play that game? Sucks.
What game?
Jersey Devil.
No,
PS1. Sucks.
I have not. No.
Put a picture of that on screen.
Here it is. Jersey Devil.
Look at it. 4 arrows pointing at it.
Look at it. Look at it. I want all of you to look at it.
I was one of the beautiful people. No, but yeah, Dead Space, Alien,
Dead Space,
Alien
Alien.
Isolation. The Alien's Claymore stinks. But it's funny. It's a funny bad. It's like
Yeah, I don't know how they went like Isolation, or did Isolation come
That
second?
was second.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Oh, there's
how
like
it
a
got
billion
better now.
Alien vs Predator games.
Yeah, I know there's a bunch of them, but like, are any of them good?
I like the one on Jaguar. That's a huge cut. Like I don't know if anybody's gonna
A Jaguar?
the Atari Jaguar.
Oh, a Jaguar system.
64-bit. Do the math. Dude.
64 bits of power. That's what they said about the Nintendo 64. It was like 64.
It actually that is
Yeah.
actually 64, but the Jaguar is debatable. Story for another day. But it's still Alien vs Predator. Oh, Predator. That's not really horror though.
Predator. I mean, actiony.
It's kind of action.
It's a little scary. There's some jumps, right? I don't know. I forget. I haven't seen Predator in the longest fucking
All I
time.
remember is you have to get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Well, they're making a new Predator too. That's
Predators.
good. That's currently either in. I think it's in post production. If I have to take a little guessy guess, but
It's Jurassic Park and it's horror. That's a dinosaur though. To be fair.
dinosaurs are pretty fucking scary when you think about it.
The Tyson. There's a billion Jurassic Park games. So
Yeah, that's.
Well, that's
I think the scariest is Lego Jurassic Park or Lego Jurassic World, starring Lego Chris Pratt.
If you could have, all right, we'll end it on this. The ultimate nightmare hypothetical. All right, you can either have A, a crystal skull, B, young Anakin, or C, I'm trying to think of like a bad sequel.
Do I own young Anakin?
No, but you can. Every movie you watch includes one of these
Oh,
plot lines.
fucking hell.
They include one of these plot lines. We'll end on a nightmare card.
Okay.
It's. I need a third one because after that it doesn't get fucking much more frightening than yippee. But as a kid when he's fucking.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Hold on. Fuck.
Think of movies that should.
I'm trying to think of bad sequels. Like,
Or The Rock coming into the franchise halfway through. Like Fast and the Furious.
yeah, but he doesn't like detract from the movies as much. Fuck,
I'm trying to think of some bad shit like
like
that.
a bad sequel or something where it like.
They fucking fucked it up with the sequel. How about they go to. Something goes to Manhattan. That's like, let's say that.
How about somebody goes to space?
Or space,
an obligatory space.
Space and like Manhattan. So it goes to somewhere. Or like
Absolutely.
in the
It's
hood.
just space. No, it goes to
Just
space.
Oh, fuck.
That's one. I'll pick between these three. And then I got one more thing. Remember, before you answer. Does the Muppet movie where Gonzo meets his family? Well, I guess that's not horror or not. Is it Halloween though? Because they're aliens.
I guess.
Like, what is the line? I guess because we're really like.
There's
if it involves an alien at all, is it? Because like
horror
does Jimmy Neutron, not horror, but like
No.
Halloween.
I'd say that's a sci-fi movie.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
guess it could
Okay.
be a sci. Yeah,
That's fine because
Sci-fi
like Jimmy
could-
Neutron
yeah.
movie. Because like they
I like the Jimmy Neutron movie.
so that came first.
Yeah, which was weird. I always forget that happened. That it was a movie
No
before it was a
one-
show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
So to recap before he answers, A, a Crystal Skull plotline, B, young Anakin, or C, so you have to go to space. Is it a space plotline at some point?
I'd go to space
I think the space one.
because
I
the
think
Crystal
space-
Skull were already aliens, and young Anakin, I just
Oh, I
couldn't
guess
deal
it
with
is
it.
stack him with a young Anakin.
Well, they didn't go to space in Crystal Skull, but like it was like a fucking weird alien thing. They got big old fucking heads, and it was dumb. I fucking hated that movie.
Remember Shia LaBeouf? He's in it.
Yeah, and then they were like, Shia LaBeouf is going to be the new Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's-
Just kidding,
that's-
Harrison Ford's back.
That's what's her face name? Shia Surprise.
Shia
That's
Surprise?
technically Scary by Rob Cantor. Moving through the forest, Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
But I think, I'm going to go with in space. They go to space.
Yeah, I mean that's probably like the last one.
I can't do young
You would
Anakin.
probably. I couldn't do. I'm like if the kid someone ever hears this, it's nothing against him, but like I'm never a big fan of child act. Oh, Stranger Things is.
Stranger Things is a good child.
Oh, E.T. Of course, that's
E.T.'s
not
a-
horror though. It's
No.
not even Halloween.
It's a very happy
We're
family
back.
movie.
We're back to the fucking thing.
Don't even talk about Stranger Things because that's going to fucking open up the whole... Actually, yeah, you've never seen it.
I've never seen any.
It's good. Just I haven't seen the fucking next season. Fucking watch it. It's good. Fucking give Netflix your money.
Quiet.
So they hopefully take over all the fucking cable and bullshit and we can just
Quiet,
watch all their shit
quiet.
online.
What's that? What's this?
There's something in the air.
It's the end of the episode. I hear. What's
Do-na-na-na-na-na.
this? It was incoherent. I see.
I thought it was pretty coherent.
I mean,
we reeled it in when we had to.
had a big problem by this is still standing. The big problem of apparently I don't know what horror is.
I don't know
Anything-
what like.
I don't know what the line is. It
Well,
seems-
I don't
it
know
seems-
what like a Halloween movie is.
That's
just
what I
say
mean. I know
Halloween
what
is,
horror is.
like
I'm not.
scary.
I'm not like. But like, I don't know what falls in the vein of Halloween because I think I've just been naming shit. Like,
We've been
does
naming
Tremors count?
Tremors is technically a horror movie, so I would say yes. Tremors is a Halloween
Tremor
movie.
would count, but E.T. wouldn't count in my opinion.
Because E.T.'s not scary.
It's not. Yeah, but I'm not even talking about horror. I know
Yeah.
the difference between a horror movie,
A Halloween movie,
but
yeah,
a Halloween
I
movie
guess you
because
could
like
watch
I don't
E.T. around
consider.
Halloween.
I
You know
don't
what?
consider like Halloween Before Christmas. Really? No, the A Nightmare Before Christmas is scary.
But it's a Halloween movie.
It's a Halloween. Yes, that's my point. Is that?
Oh, I guess E.T. is around Halloween, isn't it? In that
I
movie,
think they're on Christmas.
I thought it was Halloween
Is it?
because I think they all dress up. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong.
I don't know. What's this? What's this? Is it the real end of the episode?
This is probably the real end.
All right. Well, fucking. Thanks.
All right. See you next time. This
Thanks
is a
for
really
tuning
long
in.
special. I actually
Yeah.
think this might have been longer than any of the other episodes.
Which is fine.
Oh, listen. I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining.
I hope you aren't complaining,
You
listener.
could put this on when you're fucking studying.
Yeah, go to work and listen to this, and then
we'll do the rest of it in ASMR so you can be really relaxed.
you play this part really loudly through your headphones. Headphones free.
Just kidding.
No,
nah, we're not.
We
ASMR.
won't do that.
Not yet. That comes next week.
No, that'll be the April Fool's special.
That's not a bad idea though. All right.
Remember that. Hold us to it. All right.
I'm Andy,
And I'm Dan.
and this has been
Just Andy.
Just Andy.
Yep. Thanks. Thanks for tuning in.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.